Hello and welcome to Classroom Management. I am so excited to be your professor for this. A little bit about myself. So I'm Dr. Kelsey Kuntz. I know that I might be a familiar face to some, but others I'm new. This is my second, semester doing this. So this is my little family over here. This is my husband, Jake, my daughter Lillian, and then we have another one on the way that's due in January. So my schooling, I went to East Carolina University. I got my undergrad in elementary ed, I feel like 100 years ago. And then I went back while I was still teaching in Pitt County, and I got my master's from East Carolina University, where I actually studied abroad in Costa Rica for a summer, doing some inquiry-based work. And then I recently graduated from Florida State in 2023, with my doctorate in education of leadership and administration with policy. So in my teaching career, or my educational career, I taught in Pitt County for 6 years, mostly in 5th grade. I taught all subjects. Then I also just did math and science, which were truly my passion. And I moved locally, and I taught at Summerfield Charter Academy for 3 years. 1.5 years, I'll say, in 4th grade, and that was a mix between math 1 year and then science and social studies the next year. Then in the middle of the year, the 5th grade teacher for science and social studies left, so they moved me. I got that call Thursday, and I was starting in 5th grade on Monday. That doesn't normally happen, but they knew that 5th grade was my passion, so I was ready to jump in. So I taught 5th grade science and social studies for 1.5 years. Currently, I am at Forsyth Tech as an academic coordinator and an adjunct professor here. Some of my hobbies are I love to go offshore fishing, especially with my dad. That's like our thing. I also embroider, and then I love to hang out with family, whether that's just hanging around the house or going to go apple picking. That's what we're doing in a few weeks. So that's a little bit about myself. Then here's a course overview. We'll begin with looking at being proactive. So setting those expectations and routines. Notice I did not say rules, and we will talk about that. Then the classroom environment, how even just setting up your desk, that can set you up for success. Forming positive relationships with your students as well as within the school culture. Student engagement, which is truly my passion. If you've had me in a previous semester, you have seen that I love to engage students, and I will show you as many tips and tricks as possible. Handling discipline issues, that is a hard one to discuss, but it is something that happens more often in classrooms than we really want, but we'll discuss that. Interventions, and then time management, that is crucial for teachers. This is our textbook. I strongly suggest getting this textbook just because it's something that you can refer back to when you are in that classroom setting. Then lastly, we're going to go over some major assignments that you have this course. So discussion boards will be each week. Then you'll have your reading response, and that is from the textbook. You'll have a midterm and a final, which is from our lectures, as well as your textbook. And then your classroom management plan, which is an assignment that I feel like every teacher needs to do. I did it whenever I was going through school, but it's a great way to think about all of those procedures that you're going to need in the classroom, even as simple as how are students going to sharpen a pencil. And we're going to talk all about that. But I am looking forward to this semester. I am here for you in any way. But if you have any questions, please reach out. Thank you.